Bam! Hitting it here. September 17th. Folks, hope you're having a great day, whether we're coming to you in the cubicle, at home, on the road. Thank you for tuning into Trainwreck today, episode 006. We've got a full house. Shout out Uncle Joey and Uncle Jesse. We got Slick L. We got Gatesy, fresh out some Sabres action. Wow. We got more action today. Because they get his debut. Shout out. And of course, time to set sail with the Dreamboat. Don, gents, we were talking about when we get into September, there would be no shortage of anything to talk about. And we didn't realize that this was going to involve Ben and Jerry when we got into it. But we got them on the flip side. The one thing on everyone's radar right now, Miami Dolphins. Slick, I think the surprising thing for everyone, despite how bad Miami's looked, the Bills being 2-0, 13-point spread. Do you think a blowout could be on tap? I don't know if we should go into you for blowouts after your UB pick last week, but...
Yeah, well, you and I are both kind of on the fringe of the shutout picks, but yeah. I think the blowout's definitely in play. Obviously, some injury news. Matt Milano and Ed Oliver both going to be out tomorrow night. 3-day turnaround, but I think the 13.5 is justified. You saw what we did to the Jets. This Miami team looks like an absolute dumpster fire, and they're coming into Orchard Park, Casey.
Yeah, I mean, it's Miami in Buffalo. That 13 points just feels like so many, and it almost scares me where you see this Miami team. Could this be what finally gets them over that hump and maybe become an actual team? I don't know, but you know, after that UB game especially, they were 22.5-point favorites. They almost lose. You never know on any given football day.
Never know. Don, obviously on the ones, twos, and shout out our team here at Herd of Buffalo. Make sure you're following Trainwreck Sports, Herd of Buffalo, for all the action into the fall here. But yes, I think you made a good point there, Gatesy. I think this is the fork in the road for the Miami Dolphins. I think this is either the game that completely breaks them and sends them into a tailspin, or that this could be the crash and burn this week, or I think it gets them on the path to kind of figuring it out and maybe getting their season going in the right direction. I think that could be even with a 6-point loss. Like, you know, some game where they keep it close. Will be very interesting to see. But Slick, let's face it, we know where the money flows during these things, and we know what certain things indicate. We're hearing from certain vendors 99% of money line bets on the Bills to beat the Dolphins Thursday.
Yeah, when the money line is minus 750, that's a little concerning. You see that, and you would think some spread movement, maybe money line bets. If you're willing to lay 750 for money line, there better be either a lot of money there or not a lot at all. A lot of parlays.
Yeah, does this have to be parlay toss-ins, right? These are parlay fodder?
Does that count Does that count the legs?
Because I'm reading it right now. Money line bets to beat Dolphins.
There's no way that
people aren't going up with $75 to win 10.
There's no way the books are having an influx of sharps coming in 99% throwing hounds of money on a 750.
Also, we've known these big favorite spots. You know, sometimes some, how do I say this, organized crime use this as a way to wash their cash, really.
Yeah, this is a good cash wash spot.
I feel like there's a lot of people, you know, maybe some people downstate that are riding with the Bills this week. The question I have is for Coach McDaniel, like when do you think, is he in the official hot seat? We're
gonna get to that with the Trainwreck tracker and more. We got a huge episode on tap today with Trainwreck Day. So let's go around the horn again. Obviously, we've got the Bills Dolphins tomorrow, but there's still so much to talk about, I feel like. And starting with, there's a reason we got Gatesy in the hot seat. Sabres talk. There was Ruff. There was Adams this morning. Am I right on that, Gatesy?
Yes,
Tell
sir.
me when the source is wrong. What stuck out most to you from what you saw across the board from those two? Because obviously, I mean, I hate to bring a teenage emo band into it, but it just feels like expectations are at an all-time low.
Yeah, I think from the fan base, you see that expectation at an all-time low, but this presser today from both Adams and Ruff really showed a united front between the front office, the coaching staff, and even the players from how they were talking. Both guys really emphasized the importance of the defensive aspect for the Sabres this upcoming season. We know they can score goals. They both talked about that, but the Sabres were the third worst team in the NHL last year for giving up goals. They were top 10 for goal scoring. Adams said they don't need to focus on scoring more. They need to worry about having less pucks go in their own net. I think we're going to see that from the Sabres this year. They really upped the upside of Josh Norris and how important he is. So if you're looking for some Sabres players to bet on this year, Norris seems to be a guy that they're really looking at to be a key contributor for this team.
This is why I can't get, people get such vitriol for Kevin Adams, and I get it. Maybe there isn't, the like especially when you compare with Brandon Bean. There's not the wheeling and dealing. There isn't the confidence. But he's a pretty straight shooter when it comes to the industry speak of it all. He's not up there telling you fluff about how certain things are removed. He knows they're on the hot seat. And there was kind of a telling quote today, I felt like, about winning. Like, right? Like, people asked him how to get the fans back. And he's like, there's really only one way.
Yeah, he said there's nothing I can say up here to change fans' minds or make them believe in this season. We have to win games. They both talked about playing tough. They want KeyBank Center to be like how it was, where it's going to be a tough place for other teams to play. I think we are going to see a different Sabres team this year. I think they are a better team on the ice. They got better in defensively. I think we're going to expect their forwards to do a little bit better. It's just staying healthy for the blue and gold.
I know you just got the sales pitch from our guy right there, but you're a middle of the run casual Sabres fan.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts going on into the season?
Bit of a rundown one.
3 weeks from tomorrow. We'll be starting out.
I love what I hear on the defensive aspect, and just Lindy and Kevin being on the same page. Obviously, last year you heard the rumblings, and a lot of roster changes after the season indicated that not all of these guys were perfect for the system that Lindy Ruff wants them to play the kind of hockey. So Kevin making the moves to adjust for Lindy's roster to fit his mold.
Yeah.
And then
system.
Adjusting for defense, I'm really loving the defensive focus I hear from them, because that seems to be our killer year in, year out. I want to see improvements from guys like Owen Power and such too. But yes, the big focus on the defensive aspect, and Josh Norris too. A really pleasant thing to see out of both of their mouths. So can only hope for the best. And hearing that quote about being at a hard place for opponents to play, I just get flashbacks to 2007. And I get chills, Maniac. You felt that, right? Yeah.
Mount Everest on
We
there.
need that again. I can't wait.
I looked like Gates, you wanted to jump in there.
Yeah, one thing that I really liked that Ruff said was he overestimated the Sabres team last year. He thought they were better than they actually were. And he said
that out loud.
Yeah. Not verbatim.
Okay.
But basically he said that. He overestimated how this team was, the players there, and he has a much better understanding of the players on this team, on this lineup. And I think he has much more realistic expectations of where they are and where they need to be. And he felt confident in those realizations of where they are right now. And I do believe that, from the things they said, the players who maybe had an off year weren't where they're at are going to be able to take a little bit bigger step next year. And it feels like things are coming into place a bit, especially behind the scenes for the Sabres.
I mean, that's very telling from Lindy because, I mean, he is a straight shooter as well.
Yes.
He's not a guy who puts any, dressing on anything. So, especially last year during the losing streak, I mean, that losing streak, when he said he really didn't have any answers, after, what was it, 10 to 12? That was like watching a bunch of people beat up Santa Claus. Having to see that happen. That was so unfair. It felt like, and for him to have that answer that he kind of admits that I didn't know, maybe whether it was their mental toughness, their ability to bounce back, things like that. Clearly, their ability to play a 60-minute game. How many times were they leading after 20 minutes last year? They were amongst the league leaders in those. They had some of the most goals scored, and they had some of the most goals scored in the first period, which are typically two things that would almost guarantee success. So you need to replicate those, but it'll be very interesting to see. Yep. Speaking of replicating, someone will be replicating at games this season, and that's why I saved him for last. Ticket package owner?
Yeah, season ticket holder officially. And 3 weeks from tomorrow, opening night. I'm thinking I might have to get Gatesy involved as being
he'd be a good consultant.
A consultant, because I texted the boys last night.
Yeah.
Who's got rollerblades? Because I'm trying to get together not just one event. I'm best of 3 whole skills competition for Slick and Zach to do. Who's gonna get the home opener ticket? I got an extra ticket. Right
What are the
next to
3
me.
facets gonna be? Are they all gonna just be how good are you? How are we gonna do trivia, strength, skill? What's gonna be the breakdowns?
Well, that's why I was at. I want to know
nervous.
how. I want to.
No, if it's trivia, strength, skill, I'm a minus 500 favorite.
I don't know. You check one box.
So Slick, I know, played hockey like me. I don't think Maniac did. So that's why I was asking about the roller skates. I would like to have set up some cones in a lot and have
we
a
also
nice
know
race.
though that, and anyone that has played hockey knows that roller skates are way different from hockey skates.
Oh yeah.
Agreed.
Tim?
But I don't want you
I don't have
guys.
any- I don't have any roller skates.
I don't want anyone like running over a child at an open skate.
Oh, I can
Like,
definitely do that.
So
Yeah.
so we're gonna take this to the lot. We're definitely having a shooting challenge because everyone had the net in the basement.
I feel like
the
that's
goalie Velcro
appropriate.
thing.
Yeah, if there's
So-
one
Like,
hockey,
and
if there
guys-
is one hockey
Guys, we got our
related thing.
twig right here.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
It's taped up, ready to go.
yeah,
Yeah, that
nice red coho.
So-
that thing looks like it hasn't seen the ice in
so
years.
thankful for that twig.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got,
But yeah. Okay, so we have that to look forward to. So
Yeah.
that'll be in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, where we'll finally have that showdown, probably a week before.
yeah. So I'm gonna consult with Gatesy on how to fairly do this. It might be like Billy Madison, where there's like some athletics, some brain power, and then just maybe a total toss up or something.
I
Billy
think
Madison meets old school type of thing.
I think we should do it too, where the loser has to go the entire way with the three of us until you get to the ticket part, and then you have to go, and then you have to turn around and go home. Yeah,
Probably
I think
fine.
that makes it better, like right, because it's not just enough to not go to the game. Like you have to watch them, like everyone's like, oh, Sabres opener, like 82-0, like they're
So
gonna do
are you
it.
not allowed to get a ticket yourself?
No,
either?
you're not allowed to get
Oh,
tickets.
yeah, that
For sure.
sucks then. Yeah.
I think that would be a good one, right?
Yeah, no, I think
you
that's
seem
fair.
enthralled with this.
I'm not buying
It would be
an extra
painful,
ticket,
but at the end
so
of the
don't look at me.
day, I would just like hike up to the bar and
yeah.
then go watch it there.
So, so Gatesy.
Yep.
Sabres Twitter, which we love,
Okay.
has a tendency to be kind of curmudgeon-y, or kind of like,
Yes.
like
Yes.
like day before the apocalypse, like right, like
Yeah.
kind of like as a vibe. What
No, like the
have
sky
you?
is falling.
What's your thermometer on how they've reacted? Like from what you've seen, from the Saber metricses, from the
Yeah.
the NT riders of the world.
Yeah, well, just looking from the responses from, we live tweeted the press conferences today, there were a couple positive, comments from things that Adams and Ruff said, but that was just a drop in the barrel of everything
A
else.
drop in the barrel.
And most comments, which, you can understand, are just frustrated and upset, which Sabres fans have the right to be after the past 14 years. But I think once we see games, and I think it's going to take, like Adam said, see fans see this team winning and see them winning in ways that seems sustainable, where they're not winning 7-6 on nights, but they have a lead and they keep it. They talked about playing much more mature this year, so I think if actions come of these words, I think we're going to see that negativity disappear rather quickly.
And I'm not gonna pretend like the Bills weren't like terrible. Like in 2010, like they started like 0-10 or something.
Yeah.
Like there were some really low moments during the drought. It just feels like with the Sabres, like with the Bills, yeah, they might have like blew a game or something, but it was like isolated to that Sunday. Some of these losing streaks, some of these just plain and simple, some of these November to February stretches are just like fucking brutal. I'm sorry to our friends here at Herd of Buffalo Trainer Sports. I hope we didn't just get taken off the air. But just absolutely brutal. So, yeah, I mean, I know that a big talking point was last year at Thanksgiving. They were in a playoff spot.
And then the gravy boat happened.
Yeah, the gravy boat happened.
no.
The gravy boat did it all. It sunk our chances. But, yeah, interested to see, and obviously hopeful to see more out of the Sabres. And you'll likely be at practices in the coming weeks. So
Yeah.
we'll take a look at that. Shout out to the Sabres, by the way, for allowing us at Prospects this past weekend.
Love the Sabres.
Speaking of permission, we're into the playoffs in WNBA. You guys, I know there's been a lot going on. Fever bounced back into a 1-1 tie last
Saw
night.
that, yeah.
It seems to be down to the Aces, Liberty, and Lynx, if you've looked at any of the odds. Have you guys had your eyes on any of these squads? Obviously,
Yeah, a little bit.
Liberty are like the Golden State Warriors kind
Yes.
of WNBA.
And I know you and I are dabbling on that game tonight for the lunchtime locks a little
Yes,
bit.
yeah, I'm a Mercury guy.
Interesting, too, because you see that, and Liberty winning the first game, the percentage to win the second's like quite big as
Vegas
well.
is not a believer in the
not
Liberty in
buying
this
them.
series.
And at home, nonetheless,
Yeah.
tonight, correct?
Yes.
So definitely a sketchy line, only being 2.5. Not saying the Sun are a bad team, but like you said, the Liberty seem to be like the Warriors going into this, obviously previous champions. So
So we do have breaking news.
Breaking.
Liberty
Breaking.
line has moved to 4.
Wow. Okay.
God.
So people
So
definitely.
I get the flex. I
People-
get the flex in that, right?
It's going to be interesting to see what the LLL
what do we
commissioner
need?
does.
Yeah, commissioner, come on.
He's a shadowy figure, a shadow government. We have no idea who this guy is.
I'll do
and how he
anything,
operates.
commission. I'll do commissionary, whatever you need.
Commissioner.
That also indicates
We'll see.
people woke up and saw that and were like, "Hey,
Yeah.
And Vegas is
now I'm
scrambling
thinking Mercury might be the best ever. But Vegas does this, and it's kind of annoying sometimes. Like, they did it with the Warriors when they played the Celtics. Celtics were a pretty heavy favorite in that series.
Yeah.
Like the Chiefs, the last couple of years, like when they beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl, they were underdogs running up. It's almost like they just bet against like the dynasty possibility of it all because it's so tough to do. But yeah, I mean the Liberty are like, I feel like that's the one WNBA team besides the Fever, thanks to the Caitlin Clark effect, everything that everyone does know. So very interesting to see there. Just looking at the rest, the Lynx are dominating though. The Lynx won their game by like 30.
They had like the best.
minus 120 to win the championship.
Yeah, like they're
right
even
now.
money
Minus
right, even money
120
right
to
now.
win the whole thing.
They're far away.
Well, they
like-
had the best regular season by far, didn't they?
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
No, they were up there.
No,
for
they
sure.
took
They
off.
surged though. It was Liberty and Aces. I want to
Yeah,
say.
yeah. Aces are
And by
still
the way,
hanging around, right?
Haven't I think the Aces they said lost last night, so their series is at 1-1. But like again, this is how my head's been in the clouds. They'd won 16 straight.
Aces had.
That's what it was. It was 16. It may have been home
Who's their-
playoff games. It may have been something like
Who's
that.
their
but-
series?
Seattle Storm.
Oh wow. Well, yeah. Okay.
It's 1-1 in the series right now.
Well, Vegas-
Seattle won
the
last
Storm
night.
won last
surprising
night.
that the Storm even won a game. Vegas should close that out easily. I'd love to know what that next money line is going to be.
So they
But
play
yes,
tomorrow.
the Aces went into the postseason with a 16-game win streak.
That's insane.
So you're down 1-0 in that series.
Yeah.
How about that? How about that? Chutzpah to win
Yeah.
that game on the road, though. Seriously.
Seriously,
I
yeah.
don't know, for real.
I think there's value in the Aces. They're plus 300 to win it all right now. I think I could easily see. Well, they got to get past Minnesota.
But it's also like if they win, because now they're going to be in an elimination game, right? It's
Yeah.
three game series.
Yeah.
So like it's one of those things where if they win this series, they'll be down to plus 200, or something
so
like
you
that.
got to hammer now
Yeah.
if you want to, and
Yeah,
also
you're getting some leverage odds.
Also, I would go for the spread on that next time they play Seattle too. So yeah, I'm surprised Seattle won a game like I
Yeah,
said.
do you think that's like tank empty like situation? I mean, again,
I
we
don't
watched
know.
limited, but
yeah.
So that game is tomorrow at Vegas. Let's get some guesses on what the spread is.
I'm gonna say.
do you have it out already?
I have it out.
Okay, I'm saying Vegas minus 6.5.
I was gonna say 11.
I was gonna say 7.5.
Gatesy, it's minus 8.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you were.
But it's up there.
That's go to the slick. Go to the slick book.
Well, now I'm happy. I can take the 8.
Absolutely, you'll take the 8. Yeah, that's what they said in Game of Thrones. All right. By the way, speaking of women going at it and in every way, shape, or form, we got to give a shout out to Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I know this isn't your guys' Matt Forte, but it was quite the season 6, episode 1 debut last night. I particularly loved the performance out of Heather. So well done there.
You say Heather?
Heather. Yeah.
All right, I'm rooting for you, Heather.
Yeah, Heather. Let's go, Heather. Speaking of performances that I'm not proud of and that I don't understand how are allowed to continue happening, how is Tom Brady still cheating at the NFL?
Yeah, Don, can you break this
Incredible.
down? Because you told us before the show kind of the logistics.
So first of all, I'm going to pull up the picture. But Tom Brady, he's in the coach's box. And as
On
an
a headset.
owner,
Yes,
on
headset
a
on.
headset, but it looks like he's looking at, what was it, the Texans?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's looking over at the Texans like playbook, and it's really funny because he's standing up straight, but you see his eyes like drifting sideways. Like
He is this is the funniest thing. When I was watching this clip of him in the box, he's absolutely playing a game. Like he's not like working, like doing like he is like Don saying, like he's playing the game of like around him and taking in it's absolutely bonkers. And then Don, isn't the twist of it all? Don't the Raiders play the Texans next week?
they do, yeah.
Like that. So that's the thing. So yes. So that's it. So it's not like it's just a random team and they don't play for 3 months. They literally play next week, and Tom Brady is looking at your playbook.
Yeah, the fact that no one has realized
This is
prior
insanity.
to that
Fork down in
happening.
kitchen. Like, What do you expect to happen in this situation?
This is a guy that deflated balls.
This is a guy.
And you trust him on
This is a guy who stole
against
signals.
your opponent.
This is a guy who stole signals.
Next week.
This is a guy who deflated balls. This is a guy who broke cell phones. This is a guy who crypto scammed a bunch of people after he moved to Florida. I mean, bottom line, you just can't trust this guy. Listen, he might have 8 Super Bowl rings, 7 Super rings. I don't care. He's just a cheater.
Do you think
Stop the cheating. End the cheating.
Do you think him and Goodell are still in cahoots a little bit?
In cahoots, they hate each other. They're in disdain.
You don't think they're
Those
like
two hate
tying
each other
together now?
No, that's not a Vince McMahon Stone Cold situation.
You don't?
0%. Zero.
You getting worked right now, Maniac?
0.0.
Yeah, he might be.
But you're getting worked. You're getting worked into a shoot on
I don't
that, and now you're
know.
looking like a mark, brother. Okay.
Yeah, and then
You're
too,
not bad enough about the Tom Brady cheating thing. You're worried
Oh,
about.
I'm
You're
pissed.
thinking it's a fabricated conspiracy theory.
I'm pissed.
I think it's-
You're thinking there's a chance that Brady and Goodell are chumming it up over wine
at the end
right
of the
now.
day.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, they're not. They're not.
At the end of the day, what is it going to do for the Raiders?
It's going to help them if they know the Texans signals.
Did you see them last week?
Texans haven't been cooking on offense. They have less than 40 points through 2 weeks.
We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, and now Tom Brady knows their signals, and he's in Vegas.
I'm not happy about it.
He's in Vegas playing tables at the Mirage.
I'm not happy about this.
And then turning the tables on the Houston Texans.
getting involved in
At
foreign
Allegiant Stadium.
governments too.
Yes, this is
yeah,
crazy.
he's going to play
This is-
flag football
and
in
then
Saudi.
I also think and he's so.
It's
Is
Riyadh
there anyone
season.
else that has a part ownership that also is in the commentator box?
No.
That
No.
So
No.
he's doing that, and he called the Chiefs Eagles game. And he kind of blows up Philly's spot, which I'm fine with. I thought the tush push should be gone. I've gone on record saying that, and it's for this exact reason. Turns out guys are jumping early. You have both guards starting before the ball snap. You have the center actually leaning forward offside so the ref can't see the ball. No one knew this. Tom, during the broadcast, was like, let's zoom in. Let's get on this. And he brings it up. I mean, this guy just isn't into cheating. He's into this is like an intelligence op he's running. This is a CIA level
and just to be clear,
propaganda
you don't think-
intelligence.
By
he's
the way,
trying to control the narrative.
The Texans, a team that greatly benefit from the tush push here and there.
Yeah, and by the way, who benefit? Like he's saying, he was ratting the Eagles out. Who beat Tom Brady in the last Super Bowl he lost?
Eagles.
The Philadelphia Football Eagles. You can't help but think that Tom Brady has it out for Tony
With Nick
Danza.
Foles.
Tom Brady's nothing but a cheater. I don't know what makes me more angry: the fact that Tom Brady's allowed to do this, or the fact that he was in the Sidney Sweeney rumors this summer.
oh no!
Yeah, that was
Oh.
something.
Oh no!
He popped into those quick rumors.
Yeah, he popped out.
She
of them real
probably
quick, too.
said no, Tom, because you're a cheater and you're known cheater. Sorry, buddy.
Yep.
All right. Speaking of cheating, I wish
not deflating your
some
balls.
people would be ejected from the game as far as the banner trend. You just learned about this. You
I
learned
did.
about this just before the show.
I did.
So in a
I had
way,
to do research.
your mind was at peace until like 30 minutes ago or like 45 minutes ago.
It kind of still is at peace because
No.
all the
No
information I
chance.
gathered
He's not mad about
was
Brady, so.
You really weren't mad about Brady,
He's
though.
at peace.
That was really bothersome. Yeah. Well, it's over now. Your chance to be mad was it.
I told you
Like, when a
multiple
coach- when a
times
coach tells
that
a player-
I'm not happy about it.
Okay. How do you feel about the
The banner trend, I'm still at peace because to me, it doesn't seem like a trend. It just seems like people have all of a sudden realized that it's difficult to put a photo they like in like a small whatever, like 2x6.
I'm gonna schedule you an appointment with the internet doctor because you're suffering from trend blindness
I
right
don't wanna
now. If
gang
you don't
up.
think
This
the
isn't like
banner
a
is a
new-
trend, are you kidding me,
This has been
Gatesy?
around for years. This isn't like
Well,
a
yes,
new
that's what I'm
new
saying.
trend.
It's been an
Yeah.
issue as long as the banner's been
Well, so
around.
has the selfie. People have
So
been doing
why is it a
selfies
trend
since
now?
1970.
Why is it a trend? So you're telling me if people just started taking selfies and posted them tomorrow, we'd be like, oh, the selfie trend. No, we wouldn't start playing the song, Let Me Take a Selfie again like it was
We might.
2016.
We should bring it back.
Rachel
Yeah.
said we would.
No,
Producer Rachel said we would.
No
Yes,
one
she
would
did.
even acknowledge
Exactly.
the fact that
No,
someone posted a
yeah,
selfie.
They would acknowledge
They'd just be
it.
like,
They
nice
would.
photo,
They would.
maniac.
They
You
would.
look really
They
good
would.
there. It brings out your eyes.
Well, my eyes are my secret weapon.
They wouldn't be
Everyone
like,
knows.
oh,
Sun
nice
Tzu.
selfie, douchebag. Like,
Whoa.
Whoa.
Lots of coffee.
Sounds like
coffee is
sounds
flowing
like
today.
someone hasn't taken a good selfie in quite a minute. Gatesy,
I got the
this
wanted
is
po- I
not
wanna
a
put the
trend
wanted
right now by
poster on
definition.
someone
What
right
are your
now.
thoughts?
Yeah, I mean,
Put it on him.
Surprising thought the internet recycles content. I never would have guessed that would have happened.
Oh my God, who?
And it's I'm almost more upset that I'm seeing Slick more angry about this banner than about Tom Brady cheating for the umpteenth
it's all
time.
very frustrating.
I get on the show, I'm expecting good vibes, and
I'm just kind of disappointed in everyone on this team. I'm going to jump in because I'm trying to grow our wing page brand.
Yeah.
And I did that post, and the likes. I'm going to call out the whole doers chat. We need more action on that.
This is a
more
crazy
action on
slippery
that.
slope.
I'm trying to grow something. Do I like it? Do I like the trend? No, but you know what? My boss here at Trainwreck Sports just pressures me so much to get viral hits. So
Who doesn't want viral hits?
I'm about to look right
so,
now.
Speaking of viral
I
hits.
feel personally under attack, but let's move on. I don't want to dwell on it. It's Wednesday. We got a game tomorrow. Let's go.
I got viral hits that you want to talk about from the game yesterday.
Okay.
Cal Raleigh.
Oh, yeah. 2 home run game, baby.
Big dumper?
Big dumper.
Big
What a
dumper
nickname.
taking care of business. Number 55, 56. There is
Best
nothing.
nickname in baseball.
I'm sorry. Like, I love a good NFL bomb or a pick six. I love, like, a great, basketball play. I love all that. A home run is the ultimate. A home run, there's nothing better than a dinger. There's nothing better than the crack of the bat. You get the dinger that barely gets out, barely, that's the suspense. You get the dinger that's, out by a mile. There's just majesty in all forms. Growing up to me, that was, gospel. When, Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire, Sam says, I know that was, steroids or whatever, but...
It was exciting.
It was exciting as hell. 70 bombs in 162 games? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I mean, that's why the MLB turned its head away. They knew it was entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it's incredible. This guy's got, first of all, catcher. Second of all, switch hitter. I mean, this is a rare combo, what's happening in the game. And he passes Yankees Mickey Mantle for most hits in one season from a switch hitter.
We need more catcher switch hitters in society.
Let's find out what the breakdown is. What's his sweet side, right or left?
Do you have it? Do you have it broken
I'm
down?
pulling it up right now.
Cal Raleigh, now he was the home run derby favorite and
yes, he was.
won?
I think so.
I didn't think he won.
Actually, no. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who won. Can't tell you.
All right.
I'm on football brain right
So
now.
let's
Baseball's-
My brain's mashed.
let's make this interesting. Let's take some votes.
I think it's lefty.
I'm going to go righty.
Right.
It is lefty.
Wow.
35 home runs from the left side, 21 home runs from the right side. But that's still pretty close.
No, that's
close,
solid.
for
Like,
sure, yeah.
if you take just one of his sides
Seeing
of
the
the
pictures
plate,
right.
he would still be a
Yeah.
top 50 player or top 75 player in the league for sure. But yeah, so we have the baseball going down the twilight. Things are kind of starting to take shape there in that playoff picture. But besides,
NL possible conference matchup last night.
Yes.
Phillies Dodgers.
Phillies Dodgers, that was quite the spot. Phillies Dodgers, obviously. Phillies clinched
Phillies
playoffs
coming
again,
away
right?
with that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Finch, yeah.
Late comeback.
We're in the sports. We're almost at the sports equinox, right? Because basketball and hockey are all we're waiting for, which are 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks, and we're
3 weeks
About
away
right through October
from
is
the
where it
sports
picks
equinox.
up.
That's really when the weather starts to stink, though. That's the dilemma.
Well, Maniac, it looks like in Buffalo,
see.
October is going to be full of 60s and sun.
Okay.
That's what the streets are saying.
Maniac
We'll
love
see.
fall weather.
October's always full of talk, and then it gets here and it's 52 and gray. That's
And,
that's
sleet.
what it is today.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Speaking of feeling gray, Jerry from Ben and Jerry
Oh,
Gotcha.
No.
He had me in the first half.
breakup. It's never good to break up.
It's terrible news.
Breakups are tough.
Yeah, man.
I think it's
wouldn't know,
easier to break up when you haven't been together long, for sure. But 47 years.
Yeah, they've been through a lot. I mean, just showering the world with delicious ice cream.
What was even going on in 1978 when these guys were just we're gonna drop some cream.
I think they were taking acid going on Grateful Dead tour. From hearing,
Let's face
from
it.
hearing what they've
the-
said.
The creative juices were a lot easier to get flowing back in the 70s, apparently. But Jerry from Ben and Jerry, they're breaking up. I mean, we were just talking about this in the pre-show. You cannot pinpoint a reason on this. We got to take the accountability as a whole. We got to take the accountability as a society. Nobody should break up after 40 plus years. Not Meryl Streep and her husband, and certainly not Ben and Jerry in this situation, Slick.
Agreed. It's a sad thing to see. I wish them both the best, but I wish this wasn't the case.
Sounds like a guy caught in the middle.
Absolutely.
We kind of all
See,
are.
no, and that's the problem. You're treating it like a business transaction. I'm treating it emotionally. You're wishing the best luck in future endeavors.
No,
we're not
going to see future endeavors.
Yeah, no, there is no future
That's
endeavors.
what I'm saying.
The future endeavor that we're facing right now is maybe looking in the coolers and seeing Benz.
No, Ben's the one that stepped away.
No,
No,
Jerry.
it's Jerry.
Buddy.
Jerry.
We do a show rundown here at
and you
Brockman
did
Studios.
open the show with Jerry.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
yeah. Or the segment, my bad.
Yeah, it's okay.
Do you have anything to say?
I mean, it's set. I'm hoping we see a Jerry spinoff, and he takes the ball for himself and just runs with it, creates his own.
Jerry took
And
his
we
ball and
we
went
really
home.
doubled down on the whole two sides going at it now.
Like Dave and Buster.
Yeah,
Still together.
Yeah.
good point. Josh and Dane.
It's just hurtful. Dane and Josh.
Dane and Josh, yes.
Seriously.
Yeah, I was just in Burlington a month ago at the spot where it all began, Burlington, Vermont, at their little shop right downtown, and it was great. Had some Ben and Jerry's without the shipping or distribution, and I just what's gonna happen? Is the brand gonna suffer? Is the recipe gonna change? Is this gonna get ugly? Is this gonna go to the courts? Is this gonna be like Johnny Depp and Amber?
We were talking about this. The indication that it could get ugly is the fact that this was released at like a midnight in the middle of the week. Like there was no business process about this at all. Like this was strictly like heat of the
Straight
moment.
out of
It felt like
Jerry's mouth.
heat of the moment.
And it was released from Ben's page.
Yeah.
Ben
Okay, so
posted
that's why I
Jerry's-
got confused.
Well,
you
no,
guys
Ben-
can't get mad at
Ben
me for that.
posted
But sometimes
Jerry's
that happens,
statement.
right?
Yes, so, like,
When the
that's
one
weird
side
thing.
causes the breakup and the other person like breaks up with them, that person will often be like, we had to end it because of like this. Like, you
Yeah.
know, like they'll try to control the messaging.
Yeah, it's who knows what happened behind closed doors, but it does seem like when like someone's going through a divorce or a breakup and you see them and they kind of like, well, you know, it wasn't exactly working out, but you're not getting the full story. Just bizarre all around, and it's a sad day for America.
I couldn't believe Meryl Streep and her husband were together for 40 plus years too. That was crazy.
I didn't even know she was married.
Yeah. Maybe she was acting the whole time.
Yeah.
Who knows? Credit to Meryl Streep, obviously
Well,
a
no
powerhouse in the industry. What?
I said my dreams are done.
Okay,
She's
well that's
taken
fair.
off the market.
Well, I think she's having a fling with Martin Short. Right? Am I producer Rachel and producer Nick got me on that.
Who
Thank you,
guy?
team of Brockman here. That is a roundup of our topics, but we got to circle back. Obviously, tomorrow we are now 31.75 hours away from kickoff. Orchard Park, Bills, Dolphins. Dolphins 0-2, Bills 2-0. Looking to start 3-0 for the consecutive year. It's the second consecutive year with a win in primetime. They did so last year against the Jacksonville Jaguars. So that was very exciting. Very similar situation. Josh obviously has his history of dominating the Dogs. We never really got into that when we were talking earlier. I mean, 13-2. The only times he's lost was basically when OSHA violations were being committed on the field in Miami and when Charles Clay dropped the ball in 2018. When you look at McDermott versus the Dolphins, it's even more because he came in 2017, a year before Josh, and beat them twice the year before that. So McDermott is 15-2 against the Dolphins. Just dominates them. So they could really be on the precipice of getting dominated. So make sure you're tuning in for our domination tomorrow at the Lockcast. That'll be right around 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll have myself, Slick, Gatesy, Don,
yeah.
all out in the lot, all ready for the time and all ready to go 1-0, do our 1/12 to go 1-0 on that game day from the Game Day Buffalo lot. Make sure you're checking out Game Day Buffalo. I think there's VIP tickets still remaining, maybe a handful left.
Very few. Go
They're
and
getting
get them
out.
right now. They're
Get
not going to
them
last
right
too long.
now.
We had this as we had two final topics on the Bills Dolphins, and we'll go into our descent for the show. What would have to happen Thursday night for McDaniel to get fired? You think it's possible?
Shutout.
He's 8-11 in his last 19 games. So this would get him to 8-12.
Shutout or no touchdowns scored for the Dolphins. But shutout would solidify it for me, but I could see either of those. It's on the brink.
Yeah, just an ass kicking. I mean, you see Miami come to Buffalo, and it feels like you're saying, Maniac, the Bills always show up. If we see another Bills win 20-30 and the Dolphins just look dead out there, there's no fight. You see Zach Wilson taking snaps in the fourth quarter, like that's.
Oh, no.
I think you have to call it quits at that point.
I think you're going to need more than just a blowout. I don't know. Oddly enough, I think ownership likes him. I think you're going to need to see like fighting on the sideline. Like you're going to need to see Reek throw his helmet. You're going to need to see Tua crying.
There's also like the math of it too. Like if you're 0-3 when you wake up Friday, like you're probably pretty much done anyway. Like you're done in the division. You're at least long term to come back. So what are you gonna do? Fire McDaniel and try and turn it around like with someone new like right away? You're probably gonna just want to stick it out for this year.
And they're stuck with Tua too. They signed him to that contract. It's
Well,
Someone was pulling the clip when he ended his holdout and he screamed about the money to the Miami fans. Do you remember that? Unbelievable.
Yeah, I think if I'm McDaniel, I'm saying fuck it and vaping again on the sideline. He was going 4K. Why not do it again?
Is it fair to say when you really look at his overall trajectory, that was the peak of the Mike McDaniel era so far? Like he was in the playoffs first year on the sideline. I think they were winning. I think they were winning the game at that moment, and then all of a sudden they just pick him up. But by the way, hitting the vape in like 20-degree weather is just hilarious because it's like the ultimate camouflage. But yeah, quite the maneuver, and we'll have to see. By the way, speaking of maneuvers, final note on the game tomorrow. This is a rumor. I cannot confirm it, so do not hold me accountable if I'm wrong. I'm hearing, folks, that we are getting a Corgi halftime show.
Corgi.
Corgi. Yeah, Corgi.
Did I pronounce it wrong?
Let's go.
Yeah, big time.
Corgi halftime show.
Yeah, no,
that's
it's a Corgi.
That's electric, though.
It's a Corgi.
I think
Is it a
last
race
drones.
or just a...
I think they're going to do some kind of...
I think they do tricks.
I think I saw this
like
last
the frisbee.
year.
Yes, they did it last year for the.
It was a huge hit. It was the Jacksonville game.
Yeah, you're right.
Because it would have been good weather prime time.
It was. So things all lining up to be just like that game, which was also an ass kicking.
A game against a Florida team.
In a very nice conditions. So get the corgis out. Yeah, do everything just like last year. I remember I was at a bar last year when I was informed that the next day they'd be doing corgis at halftime. And the person that informed me actually had a corgi in the comp.
Wow.
So had me keep an eye out.
A horse in the race.
Wilson, I believe his name was. So that was electric.
Love a dog name that's like a standard like 1950 person's name.
Of course,
like
yeah.
Like a Philip.
Got me fired up. Oh, what do we got?
That's
That
my
was.
favorite picture.
Do you remember what moment this was after specifically?
Was that the catch from?
That was the butt.
The catch.
Sherfield.
Yeah, Sherfield.
It was Sherfield that he caught in the
Yes,
bag of it.
yes.
It was really just like an unbelievable play, and if you just think bad things are happening to you, like that's the best reaction ever. Like he's a very genuine guy. It's just winning and losing changes everything. When you're talking that bullshit in the press conferences and saying all this best abilities, availability, like like these little things.
And when you're
winning, even when you're cringe when you're winning though, it works.
True.
It works.
Yeah.
When you start losing, even the coolest person
Everyone's like, this guy's
is
a
a
dork.
loser. So yeah. Well, hey, folks, make sure you don't feel like a loser. If you're ever negative, upset about anything, make sure you call into our crash out line, the perfect spot to crash out. You can complain about the people not returning their carts to the carousels at the shopping market, maybe the traffic jam on the way to the game, maybe the tailgate. Call in, text in 716-226-6263. I think we've had some more rolling in, so maybe we'll have some more for the Friday show. But for this Wednesday, September 17th, Trainwreck Today rolling on. Let's go to some Wednesday words. We've got a quote.
New segment.
We got a new segment.
Brand new segment.
We got a quote brought to you by someone who you're going to have to guess.
Okay.
They're in the news this week. There's a relevance to the quote of what's going on. There's two quotes. Don, do you have these available for Bullet, or you need me to? Under the audio?
I need the audio. Yeah.
Isn't it under the audio in the SY?
Let's check it out.
Give me a second here.
So we're gonna get the audio.
You're going to hear the audio from the person.
All right, that helps.
Yeah.
I thought they were just gonna read it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Stepping things up
Not,
here.
We might have to get the reading then from Maniac
get
here.
it.
Yeah, who knows? Wild card things are happening on this Wednesday,
Yeah,
folks.
it is wild.
I uploaded in the pre-show. That's
So I got a stat here for you.
It's okay.
What is it?
So since Donnie brought up the I wish we were colder shirts,
Yeah.
since McDaniel wore that shirt, what is the Dolphins' record against the Bills since that time?
Oh man, that was like 2 seasons ago, I think.
I'll tell you, they played 6 games.
6 games?
Yep.
0-6?
Yes, the Miami Dolphins have not won a game since Mike McDaniel wore I wish it were colder shirts, they have gone
Serves
0-6
him
in
right.
that time.
I mean, dude, what were you thinking?
Was that the start of the downfall of McDaniel?
Yeah,
kinda
everyone
aura?
thought he had swag.
He's
up until
super
that point.
genius.
And then they just realized that it wasn't swag. It was like gelled hair and some glasses.
Yep.
All right, got the audio clips ready?
Yeah. Oh, I might have just peeked.
I took a little look too.
Yeah. Well,
Let's scrub that from the mind.
StreamYard didn't exactly cooperate.
Yep. Well,
There is
Oh, there you go. Ready?
a
yes.
spiritual aspect to business, just as there is to the lives of individuals. As you give, you receive. As you help others, you are helped in return.
Who's that from?
It's a very familiar voice. I like that end beat, by the way.
I actually have no idea who that is.
Could we get it played again?
Oh,
Hey, tell us in the comments. Help us
There is a
out.
spiritual aspect to business, just as there is to the lives of individuals. As you give, you receive. As you help others, you are helped in return.
This
Father
is a very
Pat?
rich person.
it's a very rich person, for sure.
I saw this clip. It is escaping me.
I don't know if you've seen it.
I have. I forget who it was, though. Super rich guy.
Speaking at a conference 14 years ago, that was Jerry Greenfeld of Ben & Jerry's talking about the essence of business and how there's relationships with people that need to be
Should
treasured.
have known.
Let's go to this one. Let's see if this one fuels up for us. Come on now, audio. I believe in you. No.
I was surprised at how upset I appeared. I was more confused than anything. Now, I had to continue the interview. We were live, folks, on national television. Couldn't stop. And that said, I felt awful about what happened.
That's Adam Schefter.
No.
Was
no,
that- no,
but you
that's
got the right brain.
Is that the Kevin guy that?
Ken Rosenthal, right?
Ken Rosenthal, yes.
Ken Rosenthal.
They sound
Guys,
the
he was
same.
live on national TV.
that reaction?
Yeah.
Oh, so you have to turn around.
Yeah, he had to turn around and be
Yeah,
pissed.
turn around.
He had to turn around and be pissed.
Oh my
That
God.
is Wednesday Words. Listen, folks, it's going to be smoother sailing than that, like peanut butter going forward. But we will have quotes. We will have fun going along on Wednesdays. That brings us to our last topic, kind of one. We got the Trainwreck tracker. Now, obviously, we were talking about this one from a sense of we typically rank train wrecks against each other. The Miami Dolphins are 2-week repeating Trainwreck tracker champions. So we wanted to assess whether it is Mike McDaniel who's the train wreck or if it's the roster and the way that they're basically performing is the train wreck. I think there's an argument to be made that it is the roster. I think McDaniel kind of does have some stuff figured out. When they don't execute, it looks terrible, for sure. But the defense has been terrible for the last 2 years. Hasn't done them any favors whenever they needed to do it. And I think the roster might be the real issue at the end of the day with the way it's been. And Tua, let's face it, he doesn't beat good teams.
I'm kind of with you on the roster. I think you could have moved on from Tua after you basically got him killed a couple times on the field. McDaniel, even last week against the Patriots, he got his team to make adjustments, get them back, even make it a game. And then after the players just lose all hope, they're saying things. Obviously, Tua's going into this week saying Josh Allen can do double the things he can. You have Tyreek crying in the locker room about how he won't comment on McDaniel's troubles or how he won't get a ball. And if Tua's ability is even there, he won't even answer the question to reporters.
Literally won't even answer.
Wouldn't
the
even
question.
answer.
That was the stuff I go, like, if you got players like this.
Like, dude, if you and Tua can't have a conversation, like, out of that and, like, figure something out, that no statement said it all for me. So, yeah, I think it might be the roster.
Yeah, that's how I initially felt, Slick. Especially Tua quarterback doesn't make any sense for me. But the more I thought about it, it just feels like it has to be McDaniel for me. Mainly, I think back to the start of the season, vibes are kind of weird, especially like Tyreek. His like first press conference of the season, his first quote was like, "Yeah, we're just another day closer to death." I don't know if you guys remember that at all.
Don't.
Yeah,
But he
that
just
was
started
training
the-
camp.
It's quite the thing to say.
Yeah, start with the bad omen there. Team's not looking good. Vibes are really bad. Ask him down to coaching for me.
Yeah. So this Trainwreck tracker, we've talked at length about the Dolphins, and speaking on them real quick, I'll say I think the Tua, that clip where he's just kind of,
People
he's
thought that
kinda
was AI.
showering Josh with compliments.
Yeah, people
I feel-
thought we're in our
I
comments
feel like
saying
that's
AI.
where like things are bad, and you're just like good vibes. I'm gonna leave it up to the universe and be humble with the hope that maybe I'll get some kind of gift back. The gift's not coming. Christmas is until December, Tua. Sorry, you're going to lose this game. Now, I am going to buy low on the tree planting business because I think in a few months from now, 4 months from now, 2 months from now, actually, I'm going to say 2 months, the Clippers situation is going to be really bad. Based on
like when the season kicks up.
Reports with the investigation happening. I think the Trainwreck tracker, the Dolphins, I mean, they're not far from rock bottom, so that's going to bottom out. I think the Clippers are really facing some trouble, and it's only going to get worse for them. So I'm going to buy low on the tree planting business, cap circumvention, that whole Trainwreck story right now.
I got to talk to Micah about this because I don't know if this was satire or if he was dead serious, but I'm pretty sure he tweeted the other night that Kawhi should be suspended for the entire season.
I mean,
People are saying that.
people in the NBA are upset. This was blatant cheating.
Slick doesn't get mad about cheating. We know that.
Yeah, Slick actually forgot. He doesn't care about cheating. Yeah.
Our handshake is
All right.
1-2 so fast.
All right.
Hate to see
You
more
know what?
evidence
That's Slick. You're getting the wanted overlay. It's Wanted Wednesday. We found our villain. There he is. Wanted $1,000 reward for anyone.
Poor
that
Gatesy
gets
was
Slick,
only in the
dead or alive.
passenger seat there.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Take responsibility.
Oh,
Sorry.
jeez.
Guilty by association, Gatesy.
Well, hey, by association, we will be at Lockcast tomorrow. Bills Dolphins. We got that on tap, obviously. Then we have pretty big weekend ahead. I'm sure we'll get into on Trainwreck today on Friday. We got tons of wrestling, and we've got UB Troy at Amherst on Saturday. So super excited to get into the second half of the week. Feel like this first half of the week has been sludging along a little bit with the Thursday Night Football.
It felt like after Sunday, it was just like, get me to Thursday. We don't have too much buffer time, so let's just get it out of the way now.
100%.
Yeah, and with Thursday, I want to hear from you guys. I was thinking about this on the drive to the studio. I think Thursday is my favorite primetime slot. And hear me out.
It sucks for the team, but yeah.
It sucks for the team if it's a short week, but as a fan, and that's what I am, I'm a fan, I'm just cheering for my boys. It's awesome. You go into Friday, starting the weekend, especially with a win. You know, lots of times you go into your job Fridays. You know, you're working at 50 to 70% for some of these jobs out there. So you can kind of just coast into the weekend. Otherwise, Monday, Sunday, it gives you something to look forward to. But a Thursday game just starts the party off. Thursday's Friday Junior. Vibes are high. I love Thursday night games.
Love Friday Junior.
So I'm hyped. But you guys agree? Or?
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, Don. I remember a couple seasons ago we had a Thursday night game which turned into a victory Friday to start off Halloween. So that was one that was really up there for me, and even without the holiday, it's up there still. So it's definitely better than a Sunday night for me.
Just got to win. Victory Friday's a hell of a lot better.
That's the Buffalo messaging going into it, whether it's UB Troy, whether it's Bills Dolphins tomorrow, or whether it is Sabres 3.5 weeks from now. You just gotta win. So thank you for getting your win started with us here on Trainwreck today, brought to you by Trainwreck Sports and Herd of Buffalo, the panel. Dreamboat Don, Gatesy, Slick, and myself. Hope you have a good rest of that lunch break afternoon, and of course, have a good day now.